Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, I go by the name of Phil Augusta Jackson. This is the Redondo Tape. Shout out to Nick Lee.
MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, the first of this quick two-game series between the Undertakers and the Marlins. Alongside Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and Danny, as pitching matchups go, it doesn't get much better than what we've got here for this one.
Well, Matt, these are two of the best in the business. Two guys that throw a lot of strikes, and if their game is on, we should have a very low-scoring ball game with these two elite starting pitchers.
Babe Ruth gets the call for game one of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA, and it's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
Here's the first pitch. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one. Guys, we take a look at the home 9 as they take the field tonight. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty V, and you know what, D-Row, it hasn't been a very good homestand so far. They dropped the first 3 games. They open up a new series here, and they'd like nothing more than to get into the win column to get that first win of this homestand.
Yeah, hopefully they were able to shower off that last series. The whole new ball game, new team comes in, new problems, new opportunities. Let's see what they do today.
And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Hero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Matty, this lineup is built on one thing, and that's moving the ball over the fence. This is a station-to-station team. Not a lot of speed in this lineup, but they don't need much speed when they're moving traffic to both gaps.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Bill Mazeroski comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Now here it comes. Popped up. Frazier is there for it. 2 gone.
Batting third, the center fielder, number 4, Duke Snider.
So the bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the great Duke of Flatbush, Duke Snider. First offering on its way. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Anderson is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. On now to the bottom of inning number 1 with no score after a half an inning. Roy Oswalt will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, in this day and age where we're used to seeing a lot of home runs and pitchers not going very deep in a game, how about this guy? ERA in the low 1s. That's not an easy thing to do. He can strike people out, but he can also get them out via the ground ball, the fly ball. Judging by his stats this year, he is having a ridiculously good season up to this point.
Ready now is Will Clark. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Fellas, our visiting team as they take the field after a scoreless top half. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, for me today, the key to winning this ball game begins and ends on the mound. And it has to be early on the attack, getting 0-1. You can't allow these guys to get into count leverage and to hunt your fastball. There has to be execution, down and away, up and in to keep these guys honest, and it has to start from pitch 1.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. That misses 1-2.
He's a veteran out on that mound. He understands he has to establish that inside fastball to open up the outer half of the plate.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's
Batting
timing.
second,
You do that,
the third
and
baseman,
everything's going to be fine.
Brooks
In that strikeout, he never threw the
Robinson.
same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
In now, Brooks Robinson. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. The windup and the 0-1. Heading out towards shallow right. Salmon in a few steps as he takes it. 2 down.
Batting third, the center fielder.
Chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Matty, I know this team can swing the bat. But one thing I'm focused on, and I think a huge key for this team, is base running. And I'm not necessarily saying stolen bases. Just being aggressive on the base pass, putting the defense on their heels, taking the extra base. Maybe that send from first to home. That's what I'm hoping to see.
As he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1. Fastball was too much for him there. Swung right through it.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2. A bouncer up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So here's Pete Alonso. He's coming off a 3-hit ball game in Sunday's series finale.
Pete Alonso.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Some guys are great low ball hitters, but most guys, especially guys with pop like this, they're hunting for the ball belt high and above. So that was a nicely spotted fastball down in the zone.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Hey, D-Row, you better be ready to swing, particularly at that low pitch. Freddie Ferguson, low ball umpire.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the offense. I was a guy who liked the low ball, but that usually means those guys are susceptible to that slider in the dirt. You have to see the ball up, and this guy doesn't give you a chance.
The 2-1 home is in there for strike number 2. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Mays waits on it. And that's the first out of the inning.
That is it.
All right, here's how the home side's lining up defensively. And let's focus our attention on shortstop Trevor Story. We get it, big-time power, but also adequate on the defensive side. taking over after Troy Tulowitzki left couldn't be easy, and Trevor Story did a heck of a job.
So here's Francisco Lindor now, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. He'll enter play here with that average down in the low 200s. 4 home runs, 9 driven in. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch. And for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
The batter now will be Tim Salmon. He'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Fouled away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Coming in is Mays, and a long run, but he's there to track it down. Nice range, and the side is retired. So here's the cleanup hitter, Dante Bichette. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest.
Dante Bichette.
Now the pitch.
1-0.
Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that is through into right field for a single.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, Garrett Anderson.
Into the box, Garrett Anderson, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 264 is average entering play. 1 home run and 8 runs batted in. Comes set, and the 0-1. And Anderson able to lay off there. It's back to 1-2.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
Here comes the 1-2. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first, and they get them both.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Trevor Story.
So next to bat will be Trevor Story. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Now the pitch. As he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. Story swings, and this ball is hammered to deep left field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A solo home run here off the bat of Trevor Story. Second home run early in the year. As they get on the board first, it's 1-0.
As soon as this thing left the bat, you knew it had the distance to get out of here. The only question was whether it was going to stay fair or not. And that question was answered with a resounding doink as it carried off the foul pole.
Second baseman.
So here's Adam Frazier. He'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 1 home run and 5 driven in. The 1-0.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
Swing and a miss, 2-1.
2-1.
All even now, 2-2. Sinker, 3-2 now.
When a pitcher's close to working through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that, and that's really big when you're hitting towards the bottom of the order.
3-2 pitch. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Batting 8th, the catcher, Pitcher.
And now here is Hayden Engel. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. From the stretch, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up.
Line to shortstop. He's there to make the play, and that ends the inning. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. We've played 2. It's now 1-0. At the plate now is Patrick Dwyer. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Now the pitch. Down the left field line and deep, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Dwyer, originally from the Sooner State of Oklahoma. This is his first year at the big league level. Down the third baseline, but that'll get fouled. It's 0-2 now.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Swinging a little blooper to center. Coming in is Mays. He can't get to it. That's a leadoff single. So a leadoff single will be the start to their half of the 3rd.
Batting 8th.
Boy, just when you like to get one of those shutdown innings, the leadoff guy ends up reaching base right now, and you're looking for that 1-2 inning. Now you have to pitch out of the stretch.
Yeah, I can't tell you how that lights up an offensive dugout right there, getting that leadoff guy out. So many options, puts the pitcher on the defensive and in the stretch.
To the plate now, Manny Pena, as he'll take a look at ball 1. The numbers offensively pretty dismal to this point, down in the 170s to start play. 2 home runs and a couple RBIs. He's ready. Here's the 1-0.
Those were great takes right there. Those were pitches that a lot of guys normally swing at, but he took both of them and finds himself in a productive count leverage. 2-0.
3-0 now.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
From the stretch. Dwyer gets his lead at first, nobody out. Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play.
Batting up, the pitcher, number 44.
So base is empty now after the double play, and set to stand in as the veteran pitcher, Roy Oswalt. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. As he'll take a breaking ball then off the plate for ball 1. A ball and a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1 and 2. Into the windup and the pitch.
And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. So now into the box is Babe Ruth as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Babe Ruth.
Now here's the first offering. Pretty well hit deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats. Foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. A bouncer to the left side. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
The first baseman, number 22, Will Clark.
1 out, base is empty. And up next, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Will Clark. Now here's the pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Dan, after that base hit right there, we're talking about 2 full weeks of finding a way to be productive and get a knock.
Good to think about that. You think how hard it is to get a base hit in a professional baseball game, and for him to be able to do it 14 consecutive days in a row. As a pitcher, you have to just tip your cap to this guy.
At the plate, Brooks Robinson, as he'll watch a curveball that bends in there under his hands at strike 1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The center fielder, number 24.
And stepping in, Willie Mays. He bounced out last time up. He comes Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
1 out away from stranding that runner on third. So the last thing you want to do is throw a wild pitch and let him score. Nice job there by the catcher to knock that one down.
A 1-2 pitch. Now that's popped up. And that's going to land foul. 2 outs here with a runner at third. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away. So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
Ball 3 as the sinker misses just off the black that time.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
The right fielder, number 10, Dante.
So here is Dante Bichette. He collected a base hit his first time up. From the stretch.
With that base running threat on first base, man, does that change the pitcher's whole mentality. This guy at the plate should assume nothing but heaters coming right at him.
And it's a ball and a strike to Bichette.
1-1.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Line drive base hit. And that'll score the run from third as they go up 2-0 now. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Standing in now, Garrett Anderson. Turned on, but it's wide at first and foul. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And low, it's a ball and a strike. Mays on second, Bichette on at first with 2 down. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Hey, don't kid yourself. I know those were 2 bad swings, but he hits middle of the order for a reason. It only takes 1 swing.
The 1-2 pitch. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now.
Now 2-2. This is the pitch where you want to attack the zone. If you go 3-2, then you put the runners in motion.
Comes set. Now the pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So 1 run here on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. All set for the start of the 4th. And up next, it'll be the Hall of Famer George Brett.
Offense needs to get going right here. You want to try and tighten up this game a little bit before it starts to get into that territory where you're going to start seeing the back end of each bullpen.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0.
2-0.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Hard on the ground towards short. And that's through for a hit.
Count leverage right there, sitting dead red fastball, and he didn't miss it. Nice swing right there, driving it into the outfield for a knock.
Mazeroski.
Into the box now, Bill Mazeroski, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The 0-1 delivery, and Brett's on the move. Hit the other way out toward right field. Bichette is there, 1 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Duke Snyder.
Next to bat is the home run hitting legend Duke Snyder. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And now the first pitch.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
The 0-1. Runner goes. He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
Left fielder really never had a chance at that one at all. It was over his head before he knew it, bouncing off the base of the wall for an easy double. Those are the kind of shots anyone would feel good about.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. Fouled off. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. He's set. Here's the 0-1.
Nope. 1-0.
Well outside with the curveball for a ball. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
They know the threat this guy poses at the plate. I know it's a 3-1 in this situation right here, but I cannot believe for the life of me this pitcher is going to come anywhere near the middle of the zone.
Runners are at second and third with 1 down. And that misses for ball 4.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco.
And that'll bring in the switch hitting Francisco Lindor, trying here to plate the tying run from second. First pitch of the AB now, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0.
This is a situation where you have to step out of the box and tell yourself, my job is to get the runner in from third. It'd be nice to gap one and get them both in, but you want to take a little pressure off you offensively and just focus on being productive.
2-0.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
From the stretch.
Ball 3. Count 3-0.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. Let it rip that time, 3-0, but the fastball's by him, 3-1.
Hey, that's the kind of swing you'd like to see a guy take with the bases loaded. He's going for the downs.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. A dive, and he knocks it down. And the runner from third scores as they try and work their way back into this one. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
15, Tim Salmon.
Stepping in now, Tim Salmon, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Flew out in his only at-bat so far. Big swing and a miss at the changeup, a ball and a strike.
Obviously a huge situation in the game here, but at the plate he's got to keep it simple. He can't try to do too much just because the bases are juiced. At the very least, just find a way to get that tying run home from third.
Here comes the 1-2. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
He's set, and the 1-2 pitch.
Ball 2.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
The 2-2. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that's through for a base hit. One run is scored. And he is in there.
Boy, that'll cure being down by a run. Big 2 RBI base hit right there, D-Road, to give his team the lead.
Yeah, he flipped the script on that one, Dan. They were losing by 1. Huge knock right there. Hopefully the pitcher goes out and attacks.
So now to the plate, Patrick Dwyer, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. A base hit in his first trip. Oh, 1, here's the pitch.
With 1 out and runners on the corners, some managers like to hit and run here. It's a little risky, but it can help you stay out of the double play if it's well executed.
3 runs already home here. Fastball well outside.
Hey, that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close, but I'm hit right now. I'm still sitting on that heater.
And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
In now, Manny Pena, as he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. And they're runners at the corners now. He's set. The 0-1. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
1-1. Here it is. And it's 1-2. He doesn't have a big fastball, but he was able to get that pitch by him.
And Matt, that's 100% a result of setting up with the off-speed pitches before it. If you're not a hard thrower, you could still have some success, but you have to learn how to mix speeds and set everything up. That was a nice job right there.
Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Story is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Arizona is on top 3-2. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as Trevor Story digs into the right side of the batter's box to kick off the inning. Here's the first pitch.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown the first pitch strike to.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all 4 corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
Hit softly on the ground to third. Brett bare hands it. It's there, and he's out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Adam Frazier.
No one on with one down, and that brings up Adam Frazier. First pitch coming. Here it is. Popped him up. And he'll squeeze this one for the second out.
Now batting, catcher, Peyton Engel.
Next, here is Peyton Engel. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
This is when you start to lose your mind a little bit. You know you're in a slump as you walk to the plate. You finally do something good and barrel something up, and it's right at somebody.
Here comes the 0-1. Down and away, ball one. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
And it's fouled away. We're in the fourth. 3-2 is our score. And he fouls this one off.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Ready on 1-2.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
On the eighth pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down, and the inning is over. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Roy Oswalt. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Pitch sharply, but foul down the right side. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a liner. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Hey, this has got to be a cool moment for the pitcher right here. He doesn't get an opportunity to work on the offensive side of the ball much. Barely takes BP throughout the course of the season. So what a nice job right there for him to get a big base hit in an interleague game.
At the plate, George Brett. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. The 1-0. Fouled away. The 1-1 home.
Outside, that's the ball.
Oswalt aboard here at first with nobody out. Off-speed pitch misses here, and he runs it to 3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And that misses for ball 4, and it's 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
So now here is Bill Mazeroski. Flew out last time up. First pitch of the AB now, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. Fifth inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2 to Clark, who completes the double play.
The center fielder.
Oh, that's a rally killer right there. They were in great shape with 2 on and nobody out. But the double play is the last thing you want in that situation. Just a runner at third now, but there's 2 outs.
At the plate now, Duke Snider, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. 1-0 pitch coming.
Now 2-0 with a great hitter up, a runner on third and 2 outs. This is not the spot where you want to be challenging a hitter like this. This is where you have to pitch very careful.
A man on third with 2 down. Too high, and it's 3-0. Pete Alonso would be next. Now a shot toward the gap in left center. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. And he is into second base with an RBI double. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Standing in now, Pete Alonso, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. The 1-0. Two out here and a runner at second. Here's a fastball in on the fists, and that'll even things up at 2-2. Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here, and when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys, and when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
Swing, and he pops him up. Clark trying to get there, and no one can get there. It's a foul ball. The next 3-2. There's ball 4. So that's the second walk he's worked in this one.
Yeah, and that seems to be a popular approach when this guy steps in. He can really hurt you with one swing, so I think the idea is mostly not to let this one guy beat you, Matt.
And that'll bring in the switch hitting Francisco Lindor, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The 1-0. Fouled off. A ball and 2 strikes now.
the fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Bottom of the 5th coming up. The Undertakers are out in front here, 4-2. Andrew McCutchen will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Andrew McCutchen.
First delivery to him.
Oh, that's out.
And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. The 1-0.
You could bet he wants that one back at the plate right now. That's a pitch you normally see a guy drive if he has the right approach going.
The 1-1 home. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Hit to short. He's got it. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
The first baseman, number 22, Will Clark.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Will Clark. He hit a 2-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
1 ball, no strikes the count. Now the 1-0. 4-2 our score here as we play inning number 5. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Salmon backing up on it. To the track, to the wall. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. A solo homer off the bat of Will Clark. Home run number 3 here in the early going as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
No surprise with that swing of the bat. This guy is simply one of the best in the game right now. There's not too many guys that take a beautiful hack like that in the league.
The plate now, Brooks Robinson. As the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. For Oshwalt tonight, 70 pitches thus far. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in the zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher. Just go ahead and challenge him.
Outside, 3-0 now. 1 out, nobody on. Now a swing as he foul tips it here, and right off his arm behind the plate. That hurts. The 3-1 pitch is in there for a full count now. 3-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
So now to the plate, Willie Mays, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. It was a walk in his last trip. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. It's a solo shot for the Say Hey kid, Willie Mays. Home run number 3 here in the early going, as that'll pull him even at 4 apiece.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Stepping in now, Dante Bichette. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Here's the 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on. And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Into the windup and the pitch. Still even at 2-2. Now here's the pitch. Soft liner to the left side. And again, he's got himself a base hit. Make it 3 for 3.
Hey, they don't all have to be beautiful. They just have to be base hits. And that's exactly what that was.
left fielder.
Soft liner into left field. Nice job.
Anderson.
Into the box now, Garrett Anderson, as he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball 1. No hits to this point. Really pulled that one across as the slider misses well inside.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He
Trevor.
just missed, and now the inning continues with a man in scoring position.
Trevor Story steps in now. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. A ball and a strike to Trevor Story. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Bichette over at second. Anderson at first. 2 out in the inning. Swing and a miss as he ran that in on him. A ball and 2 strikes.
I mean, he's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
The set and the 1-2 and a swing and a miss here. So it took him 31 pitches, but the side is finally retired. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via